Congrats, everyone. That's it. I don't have a lot of words. So for 10,000 YouTube subscribers, I told my YouTube channel and I told my Discord channel that they could ask me any question they wanted, and we got a few. So if you haven't asked anything in the Discord or on the YouTube post and would like to, this is probably your last chance, and we're gonna have a little bit of a Q&A. So we made a post. Hi everyone, we're approaching 10,000 subs. This was, I think, technically 2 days ago, but we're at 10,000 subs now. And I let people ask me questions if they wanted to. I hate using Twitch, so I'm glad you're posting on YouTube. Found you through your videos on Jake Little and Lily Phillips. I really appreciate the amount of care and thought that went into your responses. I don't have any questions, just an observation. I personally enjoy your content because you come across as very human in a landscape of branding and caricatures, some of which I certainly don't mind, but when it comes to commentary, well, I like to feel like I'm talking to someone, and sometimes I will pause the videos and respond out loud to myself like we're having a conversation. I clearly don't like talk to people much in general, but it's nice to be able to feel like I am. The flow of your videos works without feeling rushed or planned out, and that's pretty neat. I totally understand why people enjoy just listening to you yap, because I'm one of them. I don't like people. I don't talk to anyone IRL. Rewards can back me up on that. I talk to my girlfriend, and then everyone else is just mad at me all the time. Probably not, but I'm assuming. If you are in my life as anyone other than Lee, I think you're mad at me. Is that your fault or mine? Figure that out. Yeah, I've always said that I want the videos that I make to be a conversation, and I do it myself where I watch videos and I stop and I have thoughts. I don't necessarily say them out loud, but like I get it. So that's cool. First of all, congratulations. This is a great milestone. This might be a hard hitting question, so feel free to skip. How do you take care of yourself and protect your mental health? Both when researching your videos on no contact and triggering stuff that happens IRL, sending you the best, continue bringing your gentle empathy. I don't know that I take it that hard. Like, it is very unnerving to see the way some people think and act, but there's an understanding that these people do not exist to me. Like, they're all on a screen, and as annoying as they are, they will not do anything to me. I think I do a good job of separating other people from my own experience, and so I could relate, but I don't necessarily take things hard on behalf of other people or because of other people. So like if I have a video of Diane and Diane's like, I hate all the children. Yeah, that's just stupid and annoying, but I'm gonna turn my monitor off at some point during the day and forget she exists. I think it's because I don't have object permanence is the easiest way to say that. I do not have object permanence. My life is one big game of peekaboo. Where'd you go? Cotton Eye Joe? The question above that was how I ended up in California. I'm from California. After college, I moved to Iowa, and then my partner and I at the time decided that we wanted to move. So she and I made a list of places in California to move to, and we moved to San Diego. It's not like a deep story. I'm from California, lived in Iowa for a minute, wanted to go back. I've told this story on stream. I knew of Lee. So for those of you who don't know my girlfriend, her name is Lee. Her username on Twitch is a20something loser. She has been streaming and making content a lot longer than I have. And back when I started working from home, I was playing Animal Crossing all the time. And so I ended up on Animal Crossing TikTok, and she was making Animal Crossing TikToks. And so I went back and I looked at this like a year ago. I have one of her videos from like 2020 liked, and I was like, did not even realize, like, do not know who this is. But yeah, I got rated into her on Twitch one day. And I was like, oh, I didn't know she Twitch streams. She looks familiar. And then we became friends. One day we talked offline. It worked out. We met at TwitchCon in Vegas, whatever year that was. Yeah, sometimes things just work out. There's like a lot of like little details in there that I'm obviously not going to throw out. But like, yeah, I saw her on TikTok. We met on Twitch. We met at TwitchCon. The thing about like people who ask me if I'm going to like TwitchCon and stuff, they're always like, oh, what booths are you going to go to? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just there to see my friends, dude. Make fun of these people I only get to see in person once a year. You know how many times they have to call Peter hit it from the back of Wacko in person? Once a year. What's the biggest animal you could take in a fight? That's probably a raccoon, I think. As much as I want to say a bear, no. I think a raccoon and I are right there. But also, yeah, I'm not trying to fight an animal. Like, I feel so bad. Oh yeah, like a massive capybara from Argentina. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like a capybara would just like let me hit it until I got tired, and then I would lose. Take a deer? I don't know. Can't deer run fast? Got run over by one? Your cousin was everyone else's grandma? That's wild, dude. And then you sued Santa? Yeah, I'm not taking like big animals here. A groundhog? specifically one that has not seen its shadow, so it doesn't see me coming. I think if I found the right bear, I would win a fight against a bear, right? Like if I found a bear that just didn't want to fight me back, and I was like, hit me back, do it. Uppercut. What people or events had the biggest impact on your worldview when the naivety of being a child was lost? I think that's like a question people think I have like a great answer to. I don't. I've been trying to be an adult since I was 12. And so the ways to answer that question feel like, oh, who inspired me versus who forced me to become an adult? And I don't think I have great answers for either. Like, as much as I want to say my parents leaving me was something I think about a lot, it's just life. And I make jokes about it. Like, I'm sure they tried their best. Lin-Manuel Miranda made it so that I hate all theater kids, I think. Like, if you tell me you're a theater kid, I will not give you a chance in any way. I don't care if you're the nicest person in the world. Red flag. I don't think I have like some deep worldview. I don't think I'm that smart or introspective. I think I just say words. Do I have experiences that maybe not everyone has? Sure, but other people have experiences that I don't. I hope I'm not too late, but I want to ask about how you got Toast and how long you've had her. I've had Toast since she was a month old. My sister and my sister's boyfriend at the time, who is now her husband, their dogs had a bunch of puppies. I said, do not bring any to my house. I was in my last semester of college at the time. And my sister said, okay. And then my sister brought Toast to my house. And then I said, well, now she's not leaving. So then I just kept Toast. So I've had Toast since she was a month old. She will be 7 at the end of August. Also wanted to comment, they have a very calming voice. You should make videos where you go like first, you relax the big toe of your right foot. Feel how it touches your sock. I don't like that. I can't do ASMR. There's the TikTok lady. We all know the TikTok lady. Are we all still on TikTok? Where she goes, all right, let's work out and hold. 3, 2, 1 and higher. I do a lot of kegels now. If you keep progressing into the YouTube sphere, other than a strange parent content, what do you want to do? Would you do more fitting content like classic YouTube intro and outro? Sorry for all the multiple questions in one comment. So if you look at my top 5 videos, I think only one of them is in a strange parents video. There's a lot of experience and insight there. And obviously there's a lot of like conversation in Estranged Parents, but that's as far as I go. Like, I'm not a therapist. I don't have any real training. I just have thoughts and feelings. And I have thoughts and feelings about everything. So I think I like making videos about whatever I find interesting that week or that day. Sometimes they're a little rage baity, like Bright Cooper, right? Like Bright Cooper was a time. Girl Defined is going to be rage baity, but I'm hoping to find something to talk about, some conversation to have in everything that we look at. And I don't know that it has to be anything specific. What I watch on YouTube, what I actually like pull up and watch is a lot of commentary, right? I watch Film Cooper, I watch Chad, I watch Gabby Bell, but it's fun to see her, specifically Gabby, do videos like, oh, you guys remember the Betty Crocker cake and pill? Yes. So she made a video where she bought it on eBay and made a cake, and it was dope. So I want to be able to just do stuff, do what I like, do what I don't like, have fun, talk. What made you want to start streaming? Why are you interested in building a following? The following is interesting. What made me want to start streaming is that I didn't have any friends when I moved back to California, and I didn't know how to make friends. And it was the middle of COVID, and so I didn't want to go outside. And what I was doing at work, because I was working from home, was watching a lot of YouTube. And in watching YouTube, I found Twitch, specifically Zem, who does Ratchet and Clank speedrunning, and Small Ant, who does a lot of like Mario and Pokemon challenges. And so I came over to Twitch, watched them stream for a few days and said, you know what? Okay. And I just went live and I started shiny hunting Pokemon. And eventually that transformed into Pokemon challenges and then eventually that transformed into like half Pokemon, half watching TLC, sometimes Hoarders. And then that became what it is now, where I want to just talk about stuff. Why are you interested in building a following is an interesting question in that I'm not necessarily. Like, it's fun to see the number go up, but I know that on the days that I get a lot of comments and a lot of subs, they're mostly going to be negative. There's a lot of nice ones, but I know that if I go check my comment section, and I check it pretty frequently, there's going to be a lot of negative ones. And so the fun of making videos and getting to call it a job comes with the not fun of sometimes people are a lot, and sometimes that leaks into your following. And so I don't actually care that much if it's 10,000, 100,000, a million. That isn't something I actually think about too much. I more so just want to be able to have a place where I feel like I have something to say and somewhere to say it. And that's it. But I'm not someone who's going to like flex a follower count at anyone. Other than Pokemon, what is another hobby type thing that you enjoy doing? I don't know if that made sense. English is not my strong suit. I don't have hobbies. Like, I'm so boring. I'm so boring. I like sports a lot. I watch a lot of football, and I used to play football when I was younger. But like during the off season, when there's no football, I do nothing. I sit here and I work on videos. Did you envision that you would get to 10K so fast when you first started? How many views did you believe that your average video would get? Congratulations, and please pet toast for me. So the 10K so fast is interesting because there is a big jump from 1 to 10,000. I guess from 1 to 2,000, from 2 to 5, and then 5 to 10. But I was at 1,000 subscribers on YouTube for a long time. I think like 2 years. And I wasn't posting frequently, and it wasn't the content that I make now, but it took a while. I don't know how to gauge things in the sense that like I have friends who have gone from 0 subscribers to 4 million, and I have friends who have gone from 40,000 to 50,000 in 3 years. And so it's hard to be like, where am I and how fast is it moving? Probably every few weeks, I kind of take a look at my content, my video views, and I go, okay, this is what I should expect. My problem comes when I have to publicize that, or when people like Cappy call me, because Cappy has his own channel that he started pretty recently that he likes to share statistics on. But he'll call me and he'll be like, okay, like what is the bottom amount of views that you think this video will get? And I'll be like, oh, 1,000. But it's been a long time since I had a video only hit 1,000 views. And so I don't do a good job of gauging what I actually expect out of my videos and their performance. I think as long as I'm not mad about the content that I make, I'm fine. And there's very obvious things I look at in every video where I'm like, okay, don't do that next time. Sometimes I don't know how to fix it. Oh, sometimes there's just so many things that I do not know how to fix. But what was this about? Getting a 10K so fast? I don't know. I don't know if fast is fast. I think for some people it might have been, and for others it took me a lot longer than it took them. When I started making content that was not specifically Pokemon, I was hoping that the videos would get around 500 views each and then build from there. But most of them got a lot more attention than that pretty quickly. I think people should focus more on what it is that they're good at and what it is that they enjoy, because I like specifically making Pokemon challenges, but I don't like video games. I really don't. And so for a lot of people who are like, oh, I'm gonna start a YouTube channel, I'm gonna play games, is that what you like? And if so, can you transform that into liking storytelling and editing and the things that make a video successful that are not just like, here's a cut up of everything I did on Twitch? Because I could not separate the fun of the Pokemon challenge from the work of turning it into a video that would be good and watchable. And I still have like a ton of footage that has not come out that I could make videos of with Pokemon, but it just does not feel like I would be able to do it right. Like if you gave me all the footage that Smollett has in one of his videos, right? I could not recreate the Smollett video. It's like a whole just different genre that I cannot perform in. Yeah, it's just what you like, what you're good at, what you're willing to work on. It's like Sam Sulek posting an hour-long unedited video of him just like driving to the gym and talking. That gets a lot of views. But if you were going to make a video essay on Sam Sulek and it was you sitting there talking directly at a camera, it would not hit. And so what is it that you do? What is your audience willing to watch / listen to? And then it's just Twitch and YouTube are so different. Like I'm never gonna be a good Twitch streamer in the space that I stream. Like if you put me next to Memat and Memat are doing the exact same thing, Memat is better at everything except reading, except just physically reading. Memat will do everything better than me. He just can't read. There's also just like a big thing with, is it a job or is it a hobby, right? And I've had, since I've been getting some more attention on YouTube, I've had so many people just be like, oh, how do I do this? How do I do this? First off, dude, I don't know. No idea. I'm just yapping. Second, is it a job or is it a hobby? Because people keep telling me that they want it to be a job and then treat it like a hobby. Like I'm posting 5 days a week, full videos. Sometimes they take me like 6 hours to edit in the same day. I posted a video at midnight before. It got no views for the first 6 hours. It's just work. It is just work. It is just work. But then people are like, well, I just want to have fun on stream. And then I wanted to work out on YouTube. And I'm like, you have to do it differently then. And they're like, well, no, I like what I'm doing. And I'm like, why'd you come to me? Are you asking me questions you don't want the answers to? If you're having fun, have fun. That's not an issue. But there's so much work that goes into making something a job. Soyaholic was not a Twitch partner for a long time. And what Soyaholic does, Soyaholic works so hard on everything that has nothing to do with streaming. Like in between go lives, Soyaholic has the whole like Tofu Island thing that I think is really good. Her entire community on Discord is active. 98% of them are annoying. Good God. Imagine hanging out with any of them IRL. But they're there. Like there's just so much work that goes into everything that you do to make something worth being done. And it's not on stream. Mimat is in his own VC in his Discord every day. Every day after stream, the man takes a nap, gets in his VC and plays games with all of his viewers. That's his thing. There's just so many different ways to do what you want to do if you want to make money doing what it is that everyone else is doing as a hobby. But like, if you treat it like a hobby, it's a hobby, dude. You're probably not going to get that lucky. Maybe. I'm sure there are plenty of people who just have fun and nothing but fun, and it's been successful. I could never make my own emotes like Soya. But do you know how much trauma I had to go through to be in any way funny? This is not even a question anymore. But like, Twitch is such a interesting space in that we all just get stuck in this hole of like, how do we grow? And there's so many different ways to do it. And we all just do it so differently. And I don't know if there's a right way, but there are easier ways, and there are ways that get you a little stuck. And I have too many friends who are like, I'm doing the same thing I've been doing. I'm growing the same way I've been growing since I had 10 viewers. Why am I stuck at 100? I was talking to JP specifically about this yesterday. How much do you care about having fun versus the fluctuation of your viewer count? Because like some people are like, oh, I have to play Ironmon on stream, otherwise I'll only get 30 viewers. But if I play Ironmon, I have 80. And it's like, brother, it's not a job. It's a hobby. If it's a job, don't play Ironmon anyway. Like go make it bigger. But it's a hobby. Like you're making $8 in ad rev versus 3. So many of us just like share viewership. It doesn't feel genuine in that. Like I really don't want people to be here because you feel like you have to be here. I don't look at my viewer count. I don't look at my viewer count when I'm live. I don't look at it when I'm done. I don't look at it ever. I don't check my email at the end of stream. I do not know how many viewers are here, how many viewers were here, and I'm never gonna know. I do not want people to be here because they feel like they have to. And I don't care if you're my best friend. I don't care. Like I would rather you go spend your time the way you want rather than you be like, oh, Max is live, I have to be there. Like if you really want to leave a tab open, cool, that's dope. But I don't want anyone to feel like they have to be here. And I think that's also a problem in like the way that we interact with each other, is that we make each other feel like that sometimes. Like, oh, this person's always in my stream, I should be in theirs. But that's just like such a waste of time. It splits into two things. Does streaming also involve networking with other streamers? Yes. And Ludwig is the biggest example, right? Ludwig is not an expert in anything, but he has made a video or a stream with every single person. He's done a chess stream with Magnus. He's done a speedrunning stream with Smallant. He's done like, that's networking. You should be genuine as a person, but it goes one of two ways. Either you become friends with people like me and Soya. Soya and I do not have anything in common. We're both haters. If you have interacted with me and Soya at any point in the last 2 years, we don't like you. Privately. Mine's public. Or it's a business thing and it's like beneficial for both of you, which plenty of these people have done. One of the easiest ways to grow, and this is for any platform, is to do collabs. But you have to at least get along with the person you're working with. And I don't know how to ask people because I do not. I'm also just like so tired as a person that like conversation one-on-one with someone for like 10 minutes is just so tiring to me. Did I have a point to any of this? If you want to grow, you have to do something about it. And if you don't like networking, congrats. You have TikTok, YouTube Shorts, Twitter. It may take a lot longer, but it's the way around that. That wasn't even the question, Max. How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Enough to start a fire. Very new watcher here, so this question may wind up having an answer that I just haven't seen yet, but your newest video, I survived the return of Brett Cooper. is what made me hit sub after browsing and liking your other video topics. In that video, you specifically called attention to trans issues and told a story about a MAGA who posed a threat to us. I think that's about the Pokemon TGC dude who like posts about killing trans people and then showed up to a TGC event in a MAGA hat. I gotta say, as a 34-year-old trans man who has been around since 2011, it's rare to see people give us that much support. I'm curious what got you into trans rights as a topic that made you so passionate about speaking up for us. It's so appreciated, especially right now. I don't think it has to be that deep. I think I can just say that we should treat people with a lot of kindness and a lot of respect, and that just happens to include people who are trans. If you're trans, if you're gay, if you're a redhead, like, cool, you should be respected. If you're disrespectful, that's an entirely different issue. Do you have a favorite YouTuber / streamer? If so, do you try to mimic some things about them in your videos and streams? Or would you if you're not doing it? I think Gabby Bell is my current favorite YouTuber. It would be Chad if Chad posted more. I don't try to mimic any of what she does. I think the things that she does that are outside of just like making videos, right? The things that she adds, that Gabby Bell adds, are very far beyond what I can do because she's a really good singer and she'll add that into her videos. But dude, she is so funny. She's cool. I mean, my favorite streamer is my girlfriend, and I don't know that she has been too. Like, I've been saying that for years, which is a wild thing to think about. Don't tell her I said that. I don't know that I copy anything that she does. I think she is just super creative, and I would like to think that in the spaces I'm in, I'm also creative. But I don't know that I have any mannerisms that I've adopted from other people. I'm sure that I do. Like, I'm sure that there are times when I've made a joke similar to like Danny Gonzalez or Drew Gooden or Film Cooper or Chad. Not really. But nothing that I can point out. I've been streaming so long that by the time I got to making YouTube videos where I'm just sitting here talking, I'm much more polished of a person than if I just started making YouTube videos immediately and I was like an amalgamation of the people that I watched before me. Like, I have my own bits, I have my own sense of humor, I have my own like way of saying things sometimes, versus if I had just started on camera and been like, hi Greg, so PP was trying to hit on a woman, right? And I was like, does she know you're trying to take her to Chicago? And PP was like, what does that mean? I get it. You get it? And then I was like, I have more. Does she know you're trying to go to Pound Town? Population U 2? Take an Uber to Scissor City. And then the last one, take her to Cookie Clicker County. Cookie Clicker County is good. I'm surprised that nobody said Majin Do as their hear me out. Did I answer this question at all? Gabby Bell / a 20-something loser. Why do you repeat the same phrase over and over? Sometimes it makes my autism hurt. You should have given me an example because I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm sure I do, but like, I don't know, some of these videos are like 2.5 hours long. I'd be surprised if I didn't repeat myself. I can't do a Dr. Doofenshmirtz voice. This is gonna be so bad. Hold on. So Holic won't even bark, dude. Okay, this is as close as we're getting, all right? A platypus. Perry the platypus. Where are my diamond dogs at? If you could meet anyone alive or dead, who would it be? Congrats to Toast for all the subs, even if she does have a big forehead. Oh, poor baby. If I can meet anyone alive or dead, who would it be? Eminem. I just want to know what's happening up there. Yeah, I think it's Eminem. Or Dua Lipa, but for different reasons. What if Dua Lipa doesn't think I'm funny? On a scale of 1 through 10, how well do you think you could do fist fighting 10 giant octopuses, and why do you think that score? First off, they have 8 arms. I'm punching one octopus before the rest get me. And they're not even hitting me back. They're like, and then they're getting my legs out, they're pushing my torso out, and one of them's tickling me. Then he makes me count. He makes me count 1 tickle, 2 tickle, 3 tickle, 4 tickle, 8 tickle, 9 tickle, 10 tickle. Because they have tentacles. We got there. Do you think you'll do more Pokemon content on YouTube? Maybe. I have a lot of Pokemon footage. I'm like halfway through editing the One Critical's Reset Hardcore Nuzlocke of Black 2. I just don't know if I'll ever finish it. Question, are you generally more laid back and thoughtful in your approach to IRL situations or just in the things you talk about? If you're more thoughtful, then is that something natural or something you learned? Finally, do you have anything that you are passionate about that you would like to talk about, share that you haven't? I'm very calm, but I'm also very impatient. If I'm gonna have a conversation, it'll be done calmly, but I also don't always want to have a conversation. I don't know if thoughtful is the right word. I don't know if any of what I have to say is anything more than just words, but this is just always who I've been. Like, I'm not like a yeller or someone who gets caught up in their emotions. Did I answer that question at all? Do you have anything that you're passionate about that you would like to talk about, share, but you haven't? I don't think so. I don't know that I'm passionate about anything anymore. When I was younger, I had something. But like now, I just want to enjoy the things that I do. What's your favorite dad joke? What do you call a cow after it's had a baby? Decaffeinated. Will you ever put background music or ambient noise in your vids? Not that you need to, it's a purely selfish question. I have ADHD, my brain won't listen without it, but also I often think that your video is ended because of the gap silences you take. I fully support the gaps, I just get a little jarred personally. Not a request, but a question. I don't know. I think I was watching a Danny Gonzalez video and he was talking about like people's choices in the videos that they make. And he mentioned how music is a really good way to express part of yourself without having to write it into the video. And I don't know that I have it in me to figure out any of that. I'm so bad with like trying to figure out what sound goes where. And in some of the older Pokemon videos, I try to put music in them. It just did not ever sound right to me. I'm sure these videos would be a lot more listenable if they had music to them. I just do not know what music or where. What's your favorite shiny Pokemon? Rayquaza is good. Black Rayquaza. Giratina is also good. Silver Giratina. But I think Mew. Oh yeah, Mew. Mew is my favorite Pokemon outside of Typhlosion. Gliscor, you're so right. Oh, it's Gliscor because it's Chargers colors. I'll put that up in the video. Regular Gliscor, Chargers, Gliscor. You're so right. Card tarot reading? Yeah, you want a tarot reading? All right, so like your first card is Mistress. You have been ghosting people in your life, and then you should pay more attention to them. Maybe don't ask them how they are, but make sure that you're around. Make sure that they know that you're around. Machop. Don't you hate this thing's ribs? Consider changing your haircut. It's not working out anymore. That's not me, that's a card. What do you want, bangs? Carvana. Stop being mean to people. You bite too hard, even when you try to bite softly. Be kinder, even on days you don't feel like you can be. Stop it. There you go. It's 3, right? I was really hoping we'd pull a Weedle. It's at the bottom. Anyone else want a tarot card reading before I put them away? Jangmo? I think that means that you are too guarded and that you are going to become even more so when you evolve, but that you should consider letting a few people in. And Magikarp. You may not know where it is that you're going, but if you keep going, you'll eventually become the dragon that you're meant to be. Gligar. The only thing stopping you from believing you are one of my favorite people is the razor claw that would be me telling you so. I'm not going to, and especially not at night. But you know who you are. And I'm very thankful that you're that person. And Snubble, this just looks like you. This is you. This is you grumpy because nobody tells you how they actually feel about you. You're like, I get it, I know, but like I want the words. Best Pokemon team from your favorite game? The team that I would want to have, that I just like would enjoy to have in like Soul Silver would be Typhlosion, Mew, Gliscor, maybe Shaman, Suicune, and then Sceptile. My first Pokemon game was Crystal. I used to steal my cousin's version of Crystal for his Game Boy Color. I would put it in my pocket whenever I went to his house. And I would get home and play it. And then he'd come over and beat me up. And then I deleted his save file and I cried. And then my mom got me my own Crystal so I would stop stealing his. Are there any hobbies or interests that you wish you had more time for? One of the reasons I hate Madden is because I don't have like a really good computer. My computer is fine, especially for what I do, but it's not like great. And so I can't play Madden and do anything else. If I play Madden and try to keep a Chrome tab open, Madden lags. And so I wish that I had more time to just like do one thing at once and not feel like I was wasting time. Chess.com Elo aside, what level would you rate yourself as a chess player? I think 1550. If you put me in like an over the board 90 minutes each side tournament, I think 1550 sounds right. Like I can consistently hit 1700 with white and like 14ish with black. So 1550 is probably where that is. How long do you think Max Silver debut stream will be? The actual stream itself is probably gonna be like 20 hours. For those of you who don't know, I make a Pokemon ROM hack every year. Every year, a bunch of people from Twitch, from YouTube that I've met, other content creators send me Pokemon teams and they become trainers in the game. Oh, and then I release it and then we all play it for a few months. What inspired you to start streaming? How did you decide what kind of content to create? So we answered the first one. How did you decide what kind of content to create is when I first started streaming, it was, I knew people shiny hunted. So I started shiny hunting and I got bored of that. And so I started doing Pokemon challenges and I learned how to like, make Pokemon games. But I always had a redeem that was like watch Extreme Cheapskates or something on stream and we'd end up doing that instead. I always said that if I was going to get serious about making YouTube content, it would be doing commentary videos. I'm surprised I've not done a lot of TLC I'm really surprised I haven't done like extreme cheapskate videos. But that's what that is. So yeah, I just always figured I would do commentary videos if I wanted to, because that is what I watched. I watched people make videos where they talked about TLC or they talked about like what's happening on YouTube. A couple of comments of mine have been like, oh, you need to catch up on the H3 drama, but I don't know those people. I don't know Ethan Klein. I know so little about Hassan. Like if I pull them up, it's going to be learning who they are, not like, oh guys, look at this situation. When you're playing pinball again, I really hope never. Why do you not reheat your coffee and tea? I told Lee that putting your coffee or your tea in the microwave after it gets cold is a white people thing. Just make another coffee or another tea. Are you planning on returning to Pokemon content or other gaming related content in the future videos? It depends on if at some point I can hire an editor. Because if I can hire an editor and then I can just stream during the time in which I would normally edit, then yeah, probably. Like I would probably do a lot more of like stuff that's strictly for fun instead of like, this is going to be a video. Am I going to cover her face the whole time?